wings in the fight. Shadows circle, don't swallow the light. The world says stay down, but she won't comply. She's staring at the ground, but aim for the sky. Ashes fall, but she's still breathing. The fire's gone, but she's still seething. She'll rise again, like a phoenix through the flame, my friend. Burning bright where the darkness is. She'll rise again, rise again. They whisper she's weak, but they don't understand. Every bruise is a badge, every scar a command. The night tried to drown her, but she learned to swim. The tide pulls her down, but she fights from within. Ashes fall, but she's still breathing. The fire's gone, but she's still seething. She'll rise again, like a phoenix through the flame, my friend. Burning bright where the darkness is. She'll rise again, rise again. They whisper she's weak, but they don't understand. Every bruise is a badge, every scar a command. The night tried to drown her, but she learned to swim. The tide pulls her down, but she fights from within. Ashes fall, but she's still breathing. The fire's gone, but she's still seething. She'll rise again, like a phoenix through the flame, my friend. Burning bright where the darkness is. She'll rise again, rise again. Rise again. Rise again. Rise again. Rules for the broken, none for the blessed. They walk on water, we drown in the rest. Staring at shadows while they light the flame. What's the cost when the line gets crossed and no one pays the price? Two sets of scales, one tips and one prevails. Justice on a crooked rail. Two sets of scales, one truth that always fails. They whisper the verdict before the trial's begun. Hands washed in silence while we hold the gun. Shouting for answers, but the echoes just run. Who decides where the truth resides when it's all just a game? Two sets of scales, one tips and one prevails. Justice on a crooked rail. Two sets of scales, one truth that always fails. Where the truth resides when it's all just a game. Two sets of scales, one tips and one prevails. Justice on a crooked rail. Justice on a crooked rail. Two sets of scales, one truth that always fails.
Lies alive, rules for some, none for the rest. Who made this thing, who rigged this test? Eyes blind shut, but wide they see. Justice ain't for folks like me. Selective justice burns my name.
Hey. Alright, I cut that song off because I want you guys to hear this song. It is so fucking beautiful. Like, I put it in my thing, try to find out who sung it. It made no match, so I'm assuming that he wrote it. It is fucking beautiful. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. Oh. Thank you, Sly. Yes, guys. We need to make goal. Cletus. Alright. I gotta find the song. Hold on.
Till the day that we die from here, in a goofy kind of misdirection.
Alright, listen to this song. Just listen to the words. It is so fucking pretty. Hold on. I wanted to steal it and show it to Sage and be like, Sage, I found the ultimate wedding song. But I'm not going to steal his song to Clue. But check out this song. It is just so beautiful.
The world tried hard to break us, still here we stand. You're my perfect woman, and you're my best friend. We feel life's best pleasures, born its worst pains. To end up here with you, I'd do it all again. Each morning when I wake, you put that smile on my face. You're the first thing I thank God for each night when I pray. We'll be together till the day that we die, from here to forever. I'm yours and you're mine. We'll be together till the day that we die, from here to forever. I'm yours and you're mine. I think the Lord knew what he was doing when he crossed our ways. There's nothing this good just happens by mistake. I called to him in darkness, he always pulled me through. And now he's put all my sunshine right inside of you. Each morning when I wake, you put that smile on my face. You're the first thing I thank God for each night when I pray. We'll be together till the day that we die, from here to forever. I'm yours and you're mine. We'll be together till the day that we die, from here to forever. I'm yours and you're mine. So when we're standing on that final day, and a smile runs from ear to ear across my face, know there was always one thing that stayed true. From here to forever, I always loved you.
One more.
Tell me that is not like the ultimate fucking wedding song. No, he doesn't sing it. But, oh my god. It is such a fucking beautiful song. And I was so upset when I found out he wrote it. And I was like, shit, I can't steal it for Sage. But yeah, is that like not the ultimate fucking wedding song? Totally is. So when I heard it, I was like almost in tears. I stop everything I was doing. I run to my fucking phone to pull up, song ID because they're still iffy on their wedding song. And I said, this is perfect. This is an absolutely perfect fucking wedding song. And yeah, it's something he wrote. I'm like, shit, I wish I was closer with him. I'd ask him if I could steal it anyway. But I don't want to steal his song, but it is. He needs to absolutely fucking record that. That is a hit. I mean, put it on YouTube. It is just fucking beautiful. I think you should make a video for it. I don't know, Gina. I just feel weird because I'm not like, friends with them or anything. But isn't that like the perfect wedding song? He's going to record it when he can get through without crying. I wonder if he'll do it as a surprise for their wedding. I think he should record it and let fucking anybody take it. That's what I think. I hope it is on Spotify, because if it's on Spotify, then I could show her. Oh no, I'm not trying to record it. I want to give it to my daughter for a wedding song, which is next month. But I just thought it was like a perfect wedding song. So, okay. But if he's got a copyright on it, which is why he should fucking record it and just put it on as a video and get fucking millions of hits on it. It's just a great song. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I literally stopped what I was doing. And I was like, I gotta find out who sings that. I gotta find out who sings it. Yeah, find out if it's on Spotify, please. I mean, I'll give him total credit at the wedding. I don't care. I don't even know if she's gonna like it. I just think it's like the perfect fucking wedding song. Alright, so let's get into this. Speaking of Cletus and Clue, we all know what happened today. I don't need to reiterate, but I'm just gonna reiterate a couple of things. And then we're gonna watch some of Brittney's video. Her bullshit apology tour. Alright. First, I'm going to say she's full of shit and lying. Okay? How do I know she's full of shit and lying? I'm going to tell you how. When I go through her video, I'm going to tell you. But there's a couple of things that I can say first. When you are an attorney, you are on record. When there is a court hearing, you are on record. You have to be on record. So for her to say and blame the lawyer, and all of her subscribers are sitting there like, oh, you should sue the lawyer and you should get money back and blah, blah, blah. Guys, she doesn't have an attorney. She had an attorney to do her, C&Ds. That's it. She doesn't have an attorney that represents her. If you don't believe me, call and ask the lawyer yourself. He does not represent her. She is a liar. That's first of all. He represented her for C&Ds. That's it. Secondly, Brittney's walking into a court and saying, 30 minutes late, by the way, and saying that when the judge asked her if she had an attorney, understand something. The judge would already know if she has an attorney, because the attorney would be on file. Okay? when an attorney is on file, what he was asking her, do you have an attorney? Because there's nothing on file. An attorney would never, and maybe Lesniak would, but any other attorney would not. No attorney is not going to show up because of a continuance, because they thought it was going to be continued. That is the dumbest fucking thing I ever heard in my entire life. Because, and then she goes on to say that her attorney couldn't be there today. Well, guess what? You know what the attorneys do then? The attorneys will then call the court, tell them they had an emergency come up and they can't make it and they need to move the court date. And then they will let the other attorney know, or your attorney will call their attorney and say, look, I had a scheduling problem. I didn't realize it. So I apologize for the last minute change, but can we please move this to X, Y, and Z? Sure, no problem. We get it. Every attorney has issues. Every attorney can get a last minute something where something happens. According to Clue and Cletus, this started on October 2nd. October 2nd. It is now October 13th. They knew damn well that they had a court date today. This attorney had 14 days, allegedly, or 12 days, allegedly. Her attorney is not her fucking attorney. That's also why he never answered, what's her name? Granny's filing, because he would have had to call Granny's lawyer, which he never did. She doesn't have an attorney. And again, if you don't believe me, just call the guy and ask him if he continually represents Brittney Jackson. His answer is no. He represented her for C&Ds. Okay. No, they said 30 minutes. That was gross. Did you hear that burp? Maybe I'm wrong for this. I don't know them personally. Jamal, I'm going to be playing some of your live tonight too. I don't know Cletus personally. But from what I see, I don't find Cletus to be a liar. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But I just don't see it. I don't see Cletus being that type of person. When he went through all the paperwork, he did all the paperwork, and he went through it, and I'm really surprised they did not get lawyers' fees. I really am heartbroken that they did not get they did not get lawyer fees. Now, I don't know if that's a normal thing in a restraining order. It may be different from a regular order. I don't know. Like a regular civil action. But unfortunately, everything came out of their pocket. And the judge did not order Brittney to pay, which is fucking bullshit in itself. But regardless, they did what they had to do. And Brittney then shows up 30 minutes late. Okay. Guys, let me give you a little clue. When you have a court date, you show up an hour fucking early. An hour early. You make sure that you are sitting there. If the judge decides, let's go 15 minutes early. If the judge decides, the judge gets caught up with something, either way, 15 minutes early, you should be there. I'm sorry, an hour early, you should be there. When I was in court, I literally was there, like, if court started at 9, I was there by 7:30. Like, waved hi to all the court people. We were there 256 times, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm just saying, I was always dressed to kill, and I was always there an hour and a half early. So Clue and Cletus have their lawyers there. There's two lawyers, one for Clue, one for Cletus, which I thought was really good. That's people that understand how proper court systems work. Now, mind you, they don't live in North Carolina, so they had to go like on a phone and figure out who's a good lawyer. But nobody they met in person, so everything was done over the phone, which is hard. And they weren't in there for it, so they had to go everything by their attorney and just sit and wait. So Brittney shows up 30 minutes late. Well, Cletus and Clue's attorneys, who were obviously good attorneys, got the whole thing dismissed by the time Brittney even fucking showed up. Brittney claims she was there the whole time. She just had to get her phone from the car. Okay, so here's my question. And I mean this. Here's my question. Who told you you had to get your phone? Do you think a judge is going to look through your phone? They're not. What a lawyer, if there was a lawyer advising you, he would have said print everything out. Have a separate tablet. Have something. To a lawyer, thank you, Holly. For a lawyer to advise you, his advice would have been, okay, it's Sly, that's what I thought too. But in her words, she said she had to get her phone. That we're going to get to, but I agree with you. She had to take her phone to the car. Gotcha. But on her live, she said she had to get her phone because there was evidence on it. You'll see. You'll hear it. But you should know. She had to take her phone and Evans back to her car. Wasn't allowed to pass. Okay. Has she never been in court before? Did she not know this? Now, I know some courtrooms allow it, some don't. Here in Alabama, you have to bring in your cell phone because they give you a number. There's not like a cord. It's so weird. But you have to have your cell phone. Where in Iowa, where my case was, there you couldn't bring in a cell phone, even if there was evidence on it. So if you allegedly had an attorney, allegedly, then guess what, Brittney? He would have told you that you need to print everything out because you can't bring your phone in the courtroom. But this alleged lawyer that you have didn't know that? He didn't know that you should bring your phone? That you're not allowed to bring your phone in the courtroom? Brittney, your whole story crumbles. Absolutely crumbles. But you're preaching it to people who don't know anything about the law. I'm in NC, my court. Okay. But what I'm saying, Brittney, is that her attorney, if the attorney was actually advising her like she says, hey, Rhodey, then they would know, they would have advised her, since she keeps saying, she had this advising lawyer, they would advise her that you can't bring your phone, to make sure you have everything, on paper. Oh, okay. But not Brittney. Nope. Brittney, and it took a half hour for her to get from the front door to a car and back. No, Brittney. It doesn't take 30 minutes. And even if that's so, so you walk through the courtroom door at exactly, I'm just throwing out time, I don't know what time it is, at exactly 8:30 for an 8:30 court date. Because that's the only reason why you would have had to go back to your phone and then back in again for 30 minutes. And it took 30 minutes because you had to wait for other security, whatever. Brittney, you're a fucking liar. An absolute fucking liar from beginning to end. Millie, you might be right. Maybe she fell asleep on the way to a car. She nodded out. So for her to pull this bullshit story, I feel so bad for her subscribers. And wait till you guys see her chat. Oh my God. And she's like, I was at the courthouse on time. Brittney, being at the courthouse on time means you're 30 to 45 minutes early. That's what means being on time. And you're dressed like a fucking attorney. That's how you show up to court. I don't know what you look like going to court. I have no idea. But the judge made the right decision, and you should be fucking thanking the stars above that you do not have to pay court costs. Because if I was Clue and Cletus, I'd be fucking pissed. I would be pissed that you didn't pay court costs. That was the biggest waste of fucking time and money for them. And then you put on this whole crying show today. Yeah, she was there at 9:28, exactly. Oh, but then she couldn't bring out her her phone. But she just keeps lying and lying and lying and lying. And it's just the things she says. And then I was listening to Jamal when I was food shopping earlier. By the way, don't go food shopping. Food just keeps going up. I'm going to become anorexic and just not eat anymore. Yeah, blaming the judge, blaming the lawyer, everything. No, Brittney, this is on you. But her lying to everybody, saying how she was advised by her attorney. No, she was not. Let me explain to you what advising by an attorney is. When you get advised by an attorney, paying them or not paying them, you can't announce that you have an attorney because you don't. And the person advising you would tell you that. So when she keeps saying, he's advising me. No, he's not. That's another lie. And if he is advising you, Brittney, you need to find new advisement because Bullhorn Betty could probably give you better advice than this guy. So I think the judge took it this morning very simple as, do you have an attorney like that you just said today? That you just hired, because there's nobody on file. So Brittney, you're a fucking liar. But let's move on to her video. Let's hear what she has to say personally. And then I will interject with her lies. If I get this pull up. Come on, Fruit Loop. Let me close it out and try again. Stop, Winston. Oh, fuck. Am I buffering or something? Why? Winston, stop. Alright. Try it. Here we go. Alright.
Incredibly frustrating on so many levels because
Hang on, Fruit Loop. Well. Alright.
at the end of the day, all this has been about, all that it is about has been to try to get some type of peace. That's all it's ever been about. And it seems like no matter what I do, it just doesn't stop. And it's not going to stop. It's just going to keep getting worse.
And whose fault is that, Brittney? I'm just asking. Whose fault is that? I have told you and everybody have told you, fucking ignore it. And you don't.
And with each time, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And worse and worse and worse and worse. And, but anyway, so just because I'm so over it, I went in, after I took my phone to the car, I went in, sat down, waited. I was there for like an hour and 15 minutes. And then the judge said that they had done roll call and called everybody. And I was like, hold on, ma'am, you didn't, I raised my hand, and she said, what's your name? I told her, and then I guess their attorney, which was incredibly hateful, and he kept cutting the judge off. It was crazy. He says, it was dismissed. We had a lack of evidence. And I was like, what? I haven't even presented my evidence yet. And the judge says, we called the roll call, and you weren't in here. And I explained to her that I was here, but the jailer made me take my phone back outside, which had my evidence on it. And she said that asked me if I had asked me if I had an attorney, and you weren't. I did. I told her yes, that because it was such a short notice, that if they were doing a continuance, that my attorney would be taking over. And then she said,
okay, just so you guys know as well, there has to be, a lawyer does not just say, oh, hey, let's do a continuance. A lawyer has to ask for a continuance. So it would be your lawyer asking for a continuance, not the judge deciding there's a continuance. That's not the way it works. So she's lying. But I hope you guys can read the chat, because it's comical at how fucking stupid these people are.
that for me that I needed to contact my attorney, that she couldn't advise me. And then that man was just like, I guess, I don't know if he's their attorney. I'm assuming he is. I didn't get his name. He just kept like cutting her off, like cutting the judge off. And he was like, it's dismissed. There's nothing you can do. And I'm like, what in the hell? Like, why? It was just weird. But anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, if there's anybody saying that there was evidence shown that it was dismissed because they found no wrong, like nothing was even shown to a judge. Nothing. I didn't get to show anything. The attorney, he yelled at me. He spoke over the judge when the judge was trying to talk to me. He spoke over the judge multiple times.
Brittney, because you wasted their fucking time. Their clients had to pay, and you did not even have enough fucking respect to be there on time. Period. But you will never understand this because you're so fucking selfish and self-righteous that you think the whole world will wait for you. That's not the way court works, Brittney.
It was crazy. I have no idea. Maybe he had other cases, but I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know why my lawyer couldn't show up. He must have had other cases. Brittney, subs, are you guys this fucking dumb? I mean, obviously her subs have never walked into a courtroom before, because I cannot believe they're this fucking stupid. That's just not the way this shit works.
I have no clue, but he was there from the time I walked in. And my attorney, and that's another thing, people keep saying, where's the money? My attorney has been paid every dime that I've taken up. And my attorney, I do have an attorney. My attorney does represent me. This was a short notice, and he was, gonna handle it if it was continued. But that's all I can say. I honestly, I probably shouldn't even said as much as I did, but
Brittney, admit it. You said as much as you did because you're fucking lying. And when you lie, you gotta put a lie on top of a lie on top of a lie, and you gotta make it all sound good. And then you realize that you're kind of fucked, so you gotta come up with something else. That's why you talk too much. Word of advice: you ever get pulled over? Not pulled over. You ever get arrested? You know why they read you Miranda rights, Brittney? And they want people to talk. Because the more people talk, the more they know they got them. A cop's worst nightmare is if they arrest you and you say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, sir, no, sir. Yep, nope, you say nothing. That is how you handle it. But someone that's lying is going to run their mouth over and over and over, just like you do.
People saying that I didn't show up, or that it was dismissed, and because there was found no wrongdoing, or that we have freedom of speech, like nothing like that. Nothing was even, it was a mere technicality because I was made to go out to my car, and in my luck of me having to go out to my car, I wasn't on roll call. That's it.
Brittney, someone in my chat just said something that I agree with. You treat court the exact same way you treat your subs. You don't give a fuck. It's all about you. And 100%, whoever made that comment in here, I agree with that 100%. And what about the October 6th date, Brittney, that you never even fucking showed up for? What about that date? That you are so afraid of them, but yet you never showed up to court. You don't really address that. You just want to focus on this one. What happened on October 6th? And by the way, they didn't get papers until the 8th.
I didn't say anything about the judge being in the wrong. I didn't say anything at all. I didn't say anything about anybody being in the wrong. The only thing I said was I was surprised about how that attorney yelled over the judge. That was weird to me. But
Thank you, Jamal. Great comment.
why would your lawyer assume it was a dismissal? My lawyer didn't assume it. What do you mean, Jen? Where did you get that from? I don't know what you're talking about. Well, she allowed it, reality. Why couldn't her attorney get another court date since he couldn't be there today? That's wrong on so many levels. He needs to refund her money. He didn't do anything, hurt her, not telling. Well, he said that I can't say anything, y'all, but
She can't say anything because she doesn't want to pop up with another fucking lie. So she's like, oh, I can't say anything because she has no idea what to say.
I can't, there's nothing else I can really say in regards to this. Is that why it's with prejudice? I'm not sure about that, Natalie.
Natalie, let me explain this to you, because I know you're going to watch. Dismissed with prejudice means that the judge feels she's full of shit. She didn't show up to her October 6th date. She allegedly called the court on the 7th, but we're going to get to that. That's on this video. And yeah, Brittney, the judge has had enough of you and knows that this was completely fabricated. And I don't know what evidence Clue and Cletus's lawyers presented, but it was obviously better than anything you presented. Oh, going back to what I was saying, Natalie. With prejudice means that she can't file this bullshit again. That's what it means. The judge did the right thing.
That part is I don't get. I've got to talk to my attorney a little more.
BHB is way smarter, and I'm telling you, her lawyer is Nick and Betty. I'm telling you, I just know it. That's who's advising her, Nick and Betty. But at least Betty shows up for fucking court on time.
About that. That happened to me when I went to court. I was 5 minutes late and got reamed by the judge and sent out. They don't care. I'm sorry. Well,
Brittney, let me explain something to you, and let me explain something to your supporters. 5 minutes late, the other side couldn't have done a whole dismissal in 5 minutes. Because judges understand you could have been stuck in traffic, you could have been something. So it had to be more than 5 minutes. So I'm going to believe the 30-minute mark, because that would be enough time for them to, give you 5 or 10 minutes that you might be there, and then 20 minutes for them to settle the case and present whatever they presented. So the 30-minute mark sounds very accurate to me.
Cassie, what frustrates me is I was there. You know what I mean? I was there. And if I wasn't made to go back outside, I mean, it's almost supernatural how it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I cannot. I don't know.
I cannot. How about you start with I can, and I can stop lying to everybody and making people look like fucking fools. That's what you should be saying. Believe me, you would have so much less stress if you just stopped lying.
It just means you can't file again, but you should still have the right to. No, 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 no. That does not mean nope. Mm-mm. That doesn't mean that. No. That means the claims that I have, right? The claims that I had, I couldn't use those same. What was on the document? I couldn't. Yeah, you can file again, but you just can't use the same claims that you used before. I was not an hour late. That's a lie. I'm not sure where you got that from.
The hour mistake came from Clue or Cletus or somebody, and then Clue corrected it. Clue said no, it was 30 minutes when Cletus did his live. But Cletus got the paperwork after Clue was on Granny's panel. I'm sorry, on QB's channel.
But you're that's misinformation in my chat. Please don't do that. Please don't come in my chat and shit. Like, don't come in my chat and lie on me. That is not the truth. I was not an hour late. Are you crazy? How can you come in here and tell me that I was something that I was not?
Brittney, 30 minutes late, an hour late. Does it really fucking matter? The only difference is if you were an hour late, you would have walked into someone else's court hearing. But in 30 minutes, you got some grace.
Not when I was there. If you keep lying on me, I'm going to block you. Absolutely.
Wait until you guys see who she blocked. She blocked anyone that wasn't kissing her ass.
An hour late? Are you out of your mind? I can't do this. I thought that, hold on, I'm trying, Natalie. It's skipping again. I thought that the judge was presented all of the evidence and then made a decision. I said, how can a judge? No, Natalie, she didn't get to see anything. She didn't get to see anything.
Brittney, you didn't show up on the first court hearing, and the second court hearing, well, you were 30 minutes late. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think that the judge is just going to say, we'll just wait around for her? No, that's not the way this shit works, Brittney. I know you want it to work like that, but it doesn't.
At all. There was zero evidence presented. Yeah, there was zero evidence presented. A judge has not seen anything. And I was not an hour late. I was not 30 minutes late. I literally was a mere 5 minutes. I was in the courtroom at.
No, Brittney, you may have been in the courthouse 5 minutes late, and then you still had to run back to your car. So either way, bitch, you were late. Late as fuck.
Because I freaking eyeballed my phone the whole time at the time. And it when I was walking through the metal detectors, it was 9:28.
Proves my point. She showed up at 9:28 for a 9:30 hearing. Good job, Brittney. That shows pure responsibility.
As a matter of fact, I was in line with the attorneys. There were still attorneys piling in the courtroom.
Obviously not their attorneys.
But I don't want to say I've shared way more than I should. But I have no reason to lie. There's nothing within me that's lying. I don't care what people say. I know people are going to say that. Everything I've told y'all is the truth. I just don't understand why your lawyer wasn't there to ask for it. Because y'all don't understand how short notice this was. How short there's something terribly wrong with the way every bit of it went, Lee. So I don't know. This is crazy. I just, it's all too much.
You know what, Brittney? If you didn't lie and you didn't have to cover up a lie with another lie and another lie, it's really not that tough. Just saying.
All of it.
I did try skipping through some of the dead air.
when they went like yeah, Natalie, when I tell you, and I blame, the only people that I blame are are my town. Like, this town is so awful. I literally had to find out another way.
You had to find out what another way. What did you have to find out? What's it? Let's just blame the town, Brittney.
Hold on, guys. This is the problem that I have right here. Daisy Duke, I know you mean well, honey, but you this y'all are people saying things about me paying this attorney $8,000 when you don't even know what all's going on privately. That's not a fair judgment to make.
Here's the translation. She did not give this attorney $8,000. She gave this attorney probably $400. And she wants it to stop so bad. Then why didn't you send C&Ds to everybody? Why didn't you bother spending the money to send it to everyone that talks about you? From Trish to Jay to even me to fucking nonsense. There's so many people that you could have sent it to and you did not. And you can't say because you can't find their address. I could get you fucking Jay's address. My address is everywhere. So please tell me why you didn't send C&Ds to everyone if you wanted it to end so badly, according to you. You did not even send C&Ds to the two people that talk about you the most, Jay and fucking nonsense. You are a joke, Brittney.
I mean, honestly, do you think I'm going to come out here and tell everybody what me and my attorney are doing, or
Brittney, you don't have an attorney. You're not doing anything. Stop the fucking lies.
what my attorney's been working on?
You would have to have an attorney for him to be working on something.
I can assure you, my attorney is not getting paid for $8,000.
You don't have an attorney, Brittney. You had an attorney to write up some bullshit C&Ds. That's it. Again, anyone that wants to not believe me, call the law firm. See if he has ongoing representation to Brittney. That answer will be no. But keep lying, Britt.
Just for cease and desist, and no. Oh, Jesus.
And then she gets caught up in lies and she's like, oh, Jesus, I can't. I just can't. How dare you question me?
What happened was we were hit all of a sudden out of the blue. Out of the blue.
Now, this comment got erased, but it said you didn't show up on the 6th. I could barely see it. You didn't show up on the 6th. Something, all the money, and lost both. Unbelievable. No proof today, Brittney. And you were late. What the hell? It gets erased in a moment. In a moment.
Attorney didn't even have an opportunity to call the courts and modify.
So now she's saying that her attorney didn't have an opportunity to call the courts. How fucking stupid do you think people are, Brittney? I cannot even believe that people buy this bullshit. Brittney, that is such horseshit. Like the dumbest shit I ever heard in my entire fucking life.
Y'all don't understand.
Oh no, Brittney, we understand. Believe that.
Like I said, I didn't even get my court papers. I got no documentation.
Brittney, don't you have an attorney? You just said that you had an attorney. If you had an attorney, the paperwork would go to them. um, but you're saying, oh, I never got any paperwork. Paperwork from who? The courts? You? At what paperwork are you looking for? You said that you called the courts on the 7th. You didn't know your own fucking court date?
The way this happened with my courts was so bad. Like Shannon said, there's a lot going on privately that needs to stay private. Everyone's assumptions are what's costing a lot. Yes, it's not normal to come on and tell everything that you have happening. That's just not normal. You can't. I do care about y'all and how you feel, and I'm trying to be as open and transparent as I can and telling y'all this is really effed up. Every bit of it. And I'm gonna say this because on YouTube, it's like it's entertainment for everybody. So it's like winning and losing. It's all about who wins and who loses, and for me, it's my life. This is my life. This is my well-being.
Bitch, you started this. This is because of you. They didn't file anything against you. You filed against them. This is what you wanted, what you asked for. Because all you have to do is fucking ignore them. Trust me, I do it. I know.
This is mine and my family's safety. This ain't a game.
And here come the tears for money. Let's turn on the waterworks for money. That's all she's doing.
It's not a joke. And I watch subscribers I'm not talking about y'all, but I just watch subscribers bounce from channel to channel, and like the comments, oh, you lost, take the L. And it's like, this isn't a basketball game.
Let me just say something. Now, I was on Brittney's side when this happened. So I don't know exactly what went down because I didn't watch it. But Brittney, were you saying this when Kim and Crafton made the website against Clue? Were you sitting there saying that when you went after Granny? Were, all of this self righteous, oh my God, poor me, poor me? You certainly didn't have that attitude against when you signed the RICO. You certainly didn't have that attitude when you were, working with Kim and Crafton. You certainly didn't have that attitude when you hid behind people when they were doing your dirty work, did you? Nope, you sure as fuck didn't. But now it's the poor me.
what what's happened in the last year is Missouri Butterfly, thank you for being a member for 22 months. Kentucky Life, I appreciate you gifting a membership. My computer is going crazy. Thank you so much. Bolden and make people feel even more invincible, like they can do whatever they want to do to us. And it's not okay. It's not okay at all. And it's almost like somebody has to get hurt for it to stop.
What the fuck do you think could have happened to Barbecue Lady's business if that RICO went through? Now, Granny doesn't work outside of YouTube, so I'm going to put her aside. As you guys know, I've never spoken to Barbecue Lady in my entire life. I don't know her, but I do know she owns a business. Do you know what a RICO order on record could have done to her? You could have fucking destroyed her. All because she lives in the state of Pennsylvania. Not because she did anything, just because she lives close to Nick. You signed that right away. You had no fucking issues with it. Fuck you, Brittney.
Yeah, Shayna, we do. Shayna says we definitely see some of y'all over there saying stuff. We see it all. We see it, and it pays money because you make a lot of money off of it. $10,000 a month. Hey, Center, thank you for you. I appreciate it, Connie. I mean, all I know to do is oh my God. Arabella, did you even listen to what I just said? I mean, I don't even know. Do y'all just come in here and type? Things. Do y'all ever have anything that you can say of your own? You just repeat, y'all all repeat each other. Do you really think that if I don't say a word about another creator, that these people are going to leave me alone? Do you really believe that? You got it all figured out.
And yes, Brittney, I do believe that. Why? Because I live it. So this Blessings got blocked. All they said was maybe you could stop speaking on all the creators and bring in so much of your personal life to the internet. The creators have been encouraging people not to come over here. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that comment, and they got blocked.
You've got it all figured out. Give me a second. My freaking computer's dying. Don't speak up. Don't defend your kids when they're called names. Keep your mouth shut. Let people continue stealing your content. Let people continue sending folks to your house, calling all your agencies.
Here's the thing, though. Was it Clue and Cletus that did that? Not that you know of. Was it Clue and Cletus that... Okay, they called your kids names. But maybe Clue did. I don't think Cletus did. And that was wrong of Clue. I agree with you. But what you did to Clue was also wrong. But you don't want to acknowledge that. You just want to be like, doesn't matter what I do. It's only what's done to me. Now, again, I wasn't around back then. I was not listening to Brittney, but I was, sticking up for her and stuff. But if I remember correctly, before they started talking about you, you went after Clue's daughter. And you made that website and you made it public with somebody else, I think, of what happened to Clue's daughter. None of us needed to know that. It has no effect on now. None of us needed to know it. But you and your buddies or ex-buddies brought it public. But how quickly we forget that, Brittney.
Let us keep going real life on you, and you shut up and don't.
But Clue and Cletus aren't the ones that went real life on you. The CPS call was your own fucking ex-person, ex-friend or mod or whatever. You can't blame Clue and Cletus for everything wrong in your life.
Fucking talk. Don't you utter a word. That's pretty much where we're at. Y'all are out of your mind, man. Let's pray to God that nothing happens. The docket changed before court. This morning he could have called while at another location. I respect. Yeah, I'll talk to him tomorrow to figure it all out.
You see how she just blew that off? Brittney, you're going to see your lawyer tomorrow. Please ask firmly why he didn't get the docket changed before court this morning. He could have called while at another location. I respectfully ask. And what's Brittney's response? Oh yeah, you're kind of right. We'll discuss it tomorrow. Bitch, you ain't fucking seeing your attorney tomorrow because you don't have an attorney.
I don't know. They're not. So they're not civil people. Normal people don't say the things these people say. It's not. And I don't know who's watching it. And it is become oh, shit. It's become a I don't have anything else to say in regards to court. I told y'all what I got. That's it. It's become a genre, and I don't like that. Like it doesn't make me feel good at all.
If that was true, then you would shut the fuck up. Brittney, I know you think you're the only person on this internet that's gone through this. You're not. I have, Molly Golightly has, Corey has, Nancy Spungen. Many of us have gone through it, where you're getting it from all angles, people calling the cops on you, people going real life on you, people calling CPS on you. It was done to Corey. She lives in fucking Canada. People called her a crackhead. She's this, she's that. If she acknowledged every single person that talked about her, she would be fucking losing her mind. She doesn't. She ignores a lot of it. I got fucking clip punk posting videos about me because I blocked her. So she just keeps posting. Do you know how many I watch? 0. Do you know how many comments I look at? 0. Why? I don't care. Some things you just have to fucking ignore. I mean, Corey, right? You know I'm right.
That it's a genre to talk about me. It's so weird. And it's so weird and uncomfortable. And to say that I like it. Y'all sit and keep saying I like this stuff.
She's upset at herself. She's crying. Maybe she doesn't have drugs, but she's crying because she wants money to come in. Because she saw how much money fucking Cletus and Clue made today. That's why she's crying.
Who would like this? Who would like this? And did you say that I call these places on myself? What?
Who fucking cares? Brittney, people say I made my own CPS calls. You know what I say to them? Go fuck yourself, you idiots. I would never sit there and cry over it. People that cry over something like that should not be in the drama community. I'm sorry, but that's not something to cry over. I was sent a glitter bomb too once.
Where y'all still? We're still here for you, Brittney. I'm so thank you.
Natalie, Natalie, listen to me. You are being played for a fucking fool. You are so sorry for what? Tell me. What are you so sorry for, Natalie? I've known you since 2019. You are being played like a fiddle by her, and you don't see it. And that breaks my heart.
Pay attention. Pay attention. It's crazy to me. And people treat this like it's a game. It's just
Brittney, the only one playing this like a game is you. You are the one who is playing this like a game. Nobody else, just you.
and it's YouTube. It shouldn't be serious. It really shouldn't. It's YouTube. It's YouTube. It should never be this serious. It should never escalate to this point.
But it's YouTube, and it does, and you fucking ignore it. Brittney, I can't even tell you how many times I have told you. You fucking ignore it. And you go about and do your thing, period.
It should never escalate to this. It shouldn't. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that
Oh, you absolutely should be embarrassed, but you're embarrassed for the wrong reasons.
this is where it's at. But people are looking at it like, oh my God, see, that is so gross. That is so gross. Lori Sue, thank you for becoming a member. Yeah, I am. I am Narcos. I'm just trying to get everything off my chest because I'm trying to get everything off my chest because I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't have anything else to say in regards to this. So I'm just trying to say everything that I feel that you know, just an observation that I made that is mind blowing to me. People would prefer to go, you know, it's like you just I don't understand it. I
Well, let me explain it, Brittany. It started out that you were talking about Sebastian Rogers. You hooked up with the slum of YouTube, Betty, Nick, and you signed a deposition. I don't know what you signed, but you signed something just to go after Granny. Not that Granny did anything wrong, but just to go after Granny. Really, Brittany? And you wonder why they started coming after you. You wonder, then you lost the RICO, the judge laughed you out, and you and your crew are trying to figure out how to save your asses. So you then send C&Ds out because people started talking about you. Dude, you did start this, whether you realize it or not. And again, then you had Kim and Crafton on your side, and Kim and Crafton went after Clue. And Clue said, "Don't come after me, bitch. You're going to regret it." And you ignored it. And she fired back, and her friends fired back. And they got the community to fucking, see it their way. And like I said, a lot of people that you think support you, they don't. They just hate the other side.
don't understand it. I mean, it's like, thank you, Horseman. Regardless of today's events, you still have support. Stay clear of the negativity and keep your heads up. Yeah. Thank you, Horseman. Thank you.
Today's events may not have gone against her so much if she would have showed up on time. Not, all right, I know Brittany has never had a real job, but being on time is not showing up at the exact time. Being on time is 15, 20 minutes early. That's what being on time is at a real job. That's what being on time is at a courthouse. Minimum 15, 20 minutes early. That's on time in real life.
It's breaking down everybody. Everybody. This can't be fun for any of you either. I mean, it's hard on it's hard on us, it's hard on the subs, it's hard on everybody.
If it's so hard on your subs, then why didn't you make it right? That's what I want to know. Why didn't you make it right then? Yeah, you know what, Corey? That's a good point. Brittany, have you ever gone on an airplane? Your flight leaves at 1, you don't get there at 10 to 1 because your plane will leave without you. Good point.
And then you have like there's people that are having fun and enjoying this. This is so fun to them.
It's not, Brittany? Then why do you talk about it all the time? Just saying.
If hated Rose, she's apologized.
All right. I needs to bring up something. I don't know why everyone keeps saying this. They already lost the anti-slap. That's not up for debate. They lost already. The only thing they're waiting on is financial. But everyone keeps saying like they didn't lose yet. They fucking lost. 100% lost. That's already been decided. That's already in a court order. Craig, for some reason, thinks she won, which I don't understand where the lack of communication is, why he thinks she won or that Granny lost, a lawsuit. No, Granny won. Now it's just a matter of money, but the order that they won is already done.
I have apologized, faded Rose. Let me see. I realize that they are the problem, but sometimes you just have to apologize and go on. Don't you want everything to go back to the way it was? Faded Rose, do you really?
Newsflash, Brittany can't go to where it was. Hold on, I thought the appeal was thrown out already. Am I wrong? Because I really thought the appeal was thrown out. But I thought the judge threw the appeal out. So maybe I'm wrong then. But I thought the appeal was done. I thought the judge threw it out because they didn't supply evidence or something. All right, now I forgot what I was going to say, though. I'm going to rewind this for a minute.
Faded Rose. Let me see. I realize that they are the problem, but sometimes you just have to apologize and go on. Don't you want everything to go back to the way it was? Faded Rose, do you really think that me apologizing is will make this stop? Do you know?
Oh, okay. Let me apologize, and I can let's see. I cannot send C&Ds. I could not watch them. I don't have to listen to them. That's usually how it works, Britt. And let's not forget, in her bullshit narcissistic C&Ds, she asked for money from all of them. Like they were just going to turn over money. Like, what fucking planet are you living on?
That I have apologized. And you know what they said? I don't give a F about your apology. F your apology.
Okay, this is who supports her. Okay, wonderful spelling. And the E and the I are on separate sides of the keyboard so that you can't even say that's a typo. But this is who supports her. Just saying. Yep.
My apology and $10,000 a month don't compare. Don't you be embarrassed. I'm proud that you held your own and stood up to these son of a bitches. You never have backed down. You would. Well, I want to tell y'all something else, and this is just for y'all to know this, how calculated all this mess is. You know, when they accuse me,
Like, for real, Audacity. I make typos all the time. You know, my finger will hit the wrong letter, but E and I are on completely separate parts of a keyboard. That's not a spelling error. That's someone who's just, you know, you know. When you know, you know.
of when they accuse me of filing uh like accusing of sexual harassment or whatever, when they were first served the ROs. Well, I couldn't say anything because we had court, but I talked to uh the clerk of court on the 7th, and she told me the gentleman who was served called in and asked questions and got clarity.
I call complete fucking bullshit on this. Complete bullshit. First of all, if you had an attorney on record, the court clerk of courts would not give you any information. They would only speak to your attorney. So right there proves you don't have an attorney. Why would you call the clerk of court on the 7th anyway? Just curious. And then you try to blame Cletus. But I really want to know, why did you call the clerk of court to begin with on the 7th? Oh, wait, because you missed your hearing on the 6th? Is that why? I'm just curious, Brittney.
For what my order was. So, just so y'all know, they knew 100% that doing uh I wasn't filing anything about sexual, harassment against him. They knew that, and they still pushed it on and told the public that they did. And
Okay, as a matter of fact, it wasn't him. It was J is for Justice, not Cletus. And J is for Justice apologized. But they weren't the ones that said anything. It was J that went live first because Clue had sent Jay the paperwork. Now, I think Cletus said he got the paperwork on the 6th or maybe the 8th. I don't remember. But Cletus is smart. He called the courthouse. But I'm just wondering why you called the clerk of court. Why did you need to call the clerk of court? Because you have an attorney, Brittney, remember? According to you, you have an attorney. So why would you need to call the clerk of court? Why wouldn't you just call your attorney? Oh, that's right, because you don't have a fucking attorney. And you're just a liar.
I've sat on that because I didn't want to say nothing. We had court, but Clue and Cletus both knew that I was not filing anything. They knew that that paper had nothing to do with SA because they called the courts and the courts explained it to them.
How would you know this? Okay, Cletus came on the 6th and hers came on the 8th. Okay. I thought it was the 6th.
And they still went and told everybody that I did. And that's why they didn't tell the
As a matter of fact, you're not giving them enough credit because I'm pretty sure they straightened it out. I'm pretty sure that when Clue finally went live or Cletus went live, they straightened that out. You want to blame them for everything, and they are not the ones to blame. I'm sorry, Brittney, but they're not. they have been pretty righteous and up forward with everything, even with the hour thing. That was a mistake, and Clue corrected it immediately.
That she was served too. She was also served on the 8th, and they withheld that. Oh my God. The clerk of court could be fired for telling me that the gentleman called.
There would be no reason for her to tell you he called. I know it's a small town, but is there only one clerk of court? And why would she tell you that anyway? That makes no sense to me. I'm not saying that she didn't, but it doesn't make sense to me why she would.
She didn't give me any details of what they talked about. How could she be fired for that? Come on now. Good Lord. Stop it. Y'all love trying to take somebody's job. What is wrong with people?
Brittany, I have to ask, no, what's wrong with you?
Y'all want to go real life so bad you can't stand it. Who wants to take people's jobs and call people schools and call, like, come on now. Snap out of it. Good Lord. Nobody's interfering with the case. She didn't do anything. Jesus.
I'm sorry, audience. She didn't do anything because I'm lying again. That's right. So don't call the courts and take her job because I'm lying. Right, Brittany? Why don't you just say the truth?
They always wanting to find, like, y'all always, come on now. She didn't do nothing wrong. Stop. People are, I mean, I'm convinced that we're living in the end times because people are horrible. Hey, Michelle 420. No, she didn't, Coffee. Yeah, but Aretha, that is not the same thing. It wasn't even the
So that person sent a chat and said, "What a day. You're a loser. CNC strong." I had to laugh. That got blocked too.
clerk of court, by the way. Let me clarify, because I sure don't want nobody trying to take somebody's damn job.
Uh-oh. Someone might call and they'll find out the truth. Therefore, let me come up with another lie because that lie didn't fly so well.
It wasn't a clerk. She wasn't the clerk of court.
See, now she wasn't the clerk of court. When she realized her lie is not going to fly, now she had to change it. She wasn't the clerk of court. Now she's just some stranger in a courtroom.
Let me get rid of that. Brittany, I agree. We are living in the end times. Better get ready. Things are about to get bad. If you're watching what's going, oh, I know it, and it's crazy. Everybody's wrapped up with this stupid stuff on YouTube. If Britt called and told them they thought it was the lady that has a right to tell them the person's, so yes, exactly, Jiggy, exactly.
Jiggy, that's not the way the courtroom works. And she just said it wasn't the clerk of court now. But now she has her subs who are dumber than a box of rocks. Sorry, Jiggy, I actually liked you. But I cannot believe that you're believing all her fucking bullshit. I'm mind blown, honestly. if anybody knows how a courtroom works, that's not how a courtroom works. And now, of course, it wasn't the clerk of court, but that went over her head. That went over all of their heads.
Thank you. 100%. Well said. April says, hugs, Britt. You'll get answers from your lawyer tomorrow at all. Thank you, April.
April, she doesn't have a lawyer. She is a liar. So all these people giving her super chats know that she is a liar.
There are. It's the security getting into the courthouse and nobody needs to call anybody. Oh my, right. Right. Natalie, my God. It's awful. Stop. Look, if you believe in going real life, you don't belong in on my channel. Hey, I lost 700 subscribers when all this shit happened.
No, Brittney actually lost 1,300.
It ain't. I'm. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I'll rebuild. If you're somebody who believes in calling somebody's job, calling somebody's school, trying to take somebody's man, get the hell out of my channel. I don't want people like that in my circle. I'm good. I'm good. Incredibly frustrating.
That's what I recorded from her unbelievable live. Let me get this back down to normal size. Whoop. And there's something I want to play from Jamal. Whoop. But were you guys reading our chat? I mean, these people are dumber than a fucking box of rocks. I don't think I've ever seen such dumb people in my entire life. Okay. Let me pull up Jamal's live. Whoop. All right. Give me a moment. History. All right. So Jamal did a live today on her receipts. And there's a couple of things that I think are important. So while I'm pulling it up, don't forget, hit the thumbs up. All super chats appreciated. All right, I have to find it though.
And when you pay people dust, just keep it. You work every day. I will never take that away from you.
I didn't get a C&D. Now you send a C&D and look what's happening. Yep. Every time. They all.
No sides here. I got
Cinderella. Wait, what?
Okay, it's the last 30 minutes of his live that I want to focus on. Because there's some things that Brittney says that I almost threw my phone. And you guys will understand why.
Oh, you are talking about a case. Okay. Yeah, it is sad. You have said take it to YouTube. If you are taking it to YouTube, it would be to take channels down. There's no other reason. Trisha, I'm not interested in taking channels down. I'm interested in making people leave me the fuck alone. Point blank period. Point blank period. I'm not in.
And this is I understand what she's saying here, but the thing is, to make people leave you alone on YouTube, the best way to do it is to disengage and let them talk their shit and you go your own way and do your content. Because once you stop giving the back and forth, it dries itself out and people just get bored with you and they move on because you're not giving them any energy. You're paying them dust. And when you pay people dust, it dries up their content and they have to find a new target, which leaves you free to work on the things you want to work on. Oh, thank you, True Seeker. Welcome. I'm not sure if you know about me, but my channel is there's no sides here.
Thank you. It's just Irish.
You didn't watch the beginning. I went over my community post. The only side I'm on is.
Thank you, Rock Jam.
My own. And with Brittney, it's not hate, it's me just asking questions about how things were done and why. And if you need any more proof of that, you can just look at my last video I did with Brittney, giving her suggestions about how she could save her channels. But all opinions are welcome here. There are no sides. I like a civil discourse. I like a conversation. Just keep it respectful.
Interested in taking anybody down. What I'm going to do is safeguard, and you would be an outright fool. There's not one of you, Trisha, that would sit here and not try to do something to make this stop. If your kids were being brought into this shit, you would be trying to make it stop. I don't care what any of you say. It's all okay with y'all because it's happening to me and you don't like me. But if it was happening to you or anybody, whether you like me or not, if any of you were going through this, I guarantee you there'd be one or two things that you would be doing. You would either leave the platform or you would be doing something to make it stop. Anybody would. Boston says, what I find funny is after the injunction, all we heard was, I didn't get a C&D. Now you send a C&D and look what's happening. Yep. Every time they all take Craig. Exactly. Exactly, Boston. Randy Root, thank you so much for becoming a member. Woo, woo. Welcome.
Okay, I will touch on this, and I stand by this. Craig is a problem. Craig is a huge problem. He needs to give Craig his own YouTube. Set Craig up with his own YouTube channel, and let him go do his thing on his channel. You can call it.
I'll be honest with you. Maybe I'm alone in this. Craig is not the problem. Brittney is the fucking problem, not Craig. She can easily tell Craig, shut the fuck up, but she doesn't. She allows him to go on and on and on and on without telling him to shut the fuck up or go away. So I'm sorry, Craig is not the problem. Brittney is the problem.
Maybe Cores by Craig or Confessions of Craig, something to where Craig can have his own and be his own person on his own channel where he can leave you alone to do your work. Because Brittney, what you do is work. You are the sole breadwinner for your house. You work every day. I will never take that away from you.
Jamal, let me tell you something, and I mean this. Watching other people's videos is not hard work. Telling her how hard she works, she nods off. She doesn't even have input. She just sits there and plays other people's shit. That's all she does. She puts on other people's videos so she can go to sleep. We've seen it night after night after night after night. She has none of her own input. She doesn't do any of her own work. She doesn't research anything. That's not hard work. It's like drama. Drama's not hard work. You turn on your fucking screen and you say what you gotta say. Trust me, I've done the work in true crime. It's a lot. When you're actually doing it right, it's a lot. She doesn't do any of that. So please don't give her credit that she works so hard on a true crime, because she doesn't at all. And even in the past, her mods did all her research for her. That's it. I'm telling you, she literally plays stuff just to go to sleep. I mean, think about it. She won't even get fucking premium. Like, what a joke.
When weather permitting, you do work every day and you do it for your family, and he's not working with you. It feels like he's working against you. You may not want to hear that, but that's how I feel. And the fact that he's consistently in the background just ruining your streams, you've got to correct that. You have to correct that. Hey Lulu, welcome.
Hey, DJs do a lot of work. It's not easy being a DJ.
Okay, Kim says another thing she did while she was charging things, watching a Ring cell phone all from Best Buy. If you can't pay for an return, how are you gonna make these monthly payments on these items? Yes, Crick is a huge problem. Thanks, Angela. Just Irish, Crick, ramblings. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I think the legal bullshit needs to stop entirely. Agreed. And UA says, and if you add up the gifts and Go money and compare it to the Excel spreadsheet, she's missing $1,000 donation. I noticed off the bat. Oh, wow. All right, let's go back to the video and then we'll head on out.
Welcome to the Gummy Squad, my girl. Thank you. And Randa said, little is much when God is in it. I stand with Britt. Oh, and let me tell you something. I appreciate it more than you know. Thank you for contributing towards the goal. If anybody else wants to help and become a member, guys, y'all know it means the world to me and it helps so much. Randa, you are so sweet and generous. Thank you so much. And it's, what does the Bible say? That is the biggest of all the little ones. When you give because you don't have much, that is way more than somebody giving a lot. I believe in my heart that if you lie about one thing, you'll lie about another thing, and you will gain the reputation of being a liar. You have.
Brittney, do you hear yourself? I'm just asking. Hey, Pecan Pie, do you hear yourself? Hey, Laura. Hey, Chad. Just popping in. Say Laura was right. Thanks, Pecan.
Witness that here in the last days with okay, rumor has it, and here you are back again to freaking nitpick. Well, I hope you keep that energy across the board is all I can say, because I can show you where a lot of people lied. All right, let me show this.
Okay, before we get into her receipts and we get up out of here, is this the Just Irish? I mean, all her steps keep trying to support her, but she can't even show up to a court after taking 8K from them. It's incredibly selfish and disrespectful. I agree. That's such a good point.
I mean, if you feel that way, then why are you here wasting your time, buddy? That's all I got to say. All right, hold on. So we'll start with the invoice again. Show these damn invoices. Now, obviously, I had to, give me a second, cancel. Obviously, I've had to like redact because I can't show you my freaking bank card number, right? But here we go. Can you guys see that? So that is my attorney, Rancher Harris, right? This is, and I told y'all that I have sent him.
Wait a second. Hold on. That's not what the invoice looked like. What the fuck is this? That is totally not what her invoices look like. Did they change? Did she all of a sudden get a new invoice? I mean, does anyone see what I'm seeing? This is not what was sent. This is a totally different invoice. Totally different.
$2,000 at a time. Here it is. Invoice paid August the 5th, 2025 at 12:24 p.m. I paid with my MasterCard. $2,000. Customer Brittney Jackson, KMB87. There's my email. Invoice was paid on August the 5th, 2025. First of 2 invoices, right? All right, there's the first one. Hold on a minute. Let me nab the second one for you. Shit, what did I just do? Hold on, y'all. Of course, I freaking stupidly cancel out of it. Hold on, let me pull the file back up. Oh, Jesus. Give me a minute. Okay. Let's do invoice number.
Oh no, she had different invoices. Her other invoices were completely different. That wasn't a bank statement. She said that was an invoice.
Number 4.
So yes, some of her are really good people. Some of them are absolutely great people, past and present.
It's this one, July. Hold on. All right, let me come back to you. A minute. Damn it. Okay. Back to you guys. I'm going to show you this one. All right, can you guys see that? So you see this one, right?
That's a completely different invoice than her alleged first invoices. These are totally fake. Like 100% fake. Why would you have 2 different sets of invoices? That makes no sense. And I really wanted to believe her first set was real, but after seeing this, no. These are all fucking fake. Because that's not even her lawyer's fucking logo.
Here, right? Ranger Harris. Here's another one paid with MasterCard on July the 23rd, 2025 at 8:08 p.m. See that? Second retainer invoice, Brittney Jackson. So every time I would send ink, because my bank will not allow me to make more than I can only make $3,500 a day transaction, and obviously I don't want to spend the whole 35 in one day and not be able to use my card again. So
I got a question. Serious question. How many of you need $1,500 a day just to spend? I'm just curious. I wish I had $1,500 in the bank to spend. But that's what she said. That she only wanted to take out 2 because she wanted to use the card, how dare she? Who the fuck has an extra $1,500 laying around just to use? I mean, seriously, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Yeah, second retainer. You wouldn't have a retainer. And you're not a customer, you're a client. But this is a completely different fucking invoice. Completely different. Why all of a sudden would the guy have different invoices?
what I did was I would send him 2,000 at a time. So I sent him 2,000, and the next day I'd send another 2, right, until I paid him off. So here's 2,000 again on July the 23rd. So that's $4,000 so far, right? Okay, hold on. Let's go to the next one. Keep up those with those.
Exactly, Pecan. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't pull that kind of money out of my bank. And then to say, well, if I wanted to use that card. Oh, I'm sorry, it was a credit card. She's saying it's not a bank card, it's a credit card. And she needed $1,300 on a credit card. But here's my question. When you get a GoFundMe or, give, send, go, whatever, that goes to your bank account, not to a credit card. So you took it from your bank account and put it on a credit card? Why? Why wouldn't you just pull it from your bank account? Right there, that makes no sense either. You wouldn't do it from your credit card because the money went to your bank account. The invoice from a business app called Square. Oh, no shit. Now you got me curious. Now I'm going to look. Let Square take payments. Is it called something else than Square? Because I know Square's point of sale. Are you talking about point of sale Square? But you know what I'm saying, though? That money would go right into your bank account. It wouldn't go to a credit card. I mean, granted, you could pay off your credit card with it, but why would you? Why wouldn't you just take it from the bank? It makes no sense.
Dates, right? July 23rd and August 5th. Hang on a minute. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Wait 1 minute. Pull my files back up. Sorry, I'm having to do it this way. I just don't want to show anything personal by accident. Here we go. Another one for August the 30th. Remember, August the 5th, July the, what was that? The 20 something. We'll go back and look again. All right, look. Here's another one, August the 30th. Okay, I just showed that one. Hold on a minute. Can I go to the next? Hold on. Let me see. Hold on a minute. All right, let me see. Let me stop sharing that and go to the next one. I got the other tab pulled up. Hold on. This one. This is the one I meant to show. August the 5th, right? August the 5th, $2,000 transaction, right? Customer, Rancher Harris Law, invoice is paid. Okay, look at this. $2,000, August the 5th, 2025, 12/24. Hold on, let me show you the.
Okay, now chat down here saying invoice number should suffice. A check not when they're not in the right order. Then did you not see that the invoices were in the wrong order? Did you see that the August 5th invoice was marked 206 while this 23rd invoice, the July 23rd invoice was marked 207? Did you see that, Chet? I would.
You know, I didn't even catch that. But he's right. Your July something wouldn't be before your other one. I mean, wouldn't be after a later date.
Really look at things before like speaking. Just an idea on these type of things.
August 30th one again. There's there we go. Look, August the 30th. You guys see it? 2025 at 11:32 a.m. Brittney Jackson invoice, and then there's the invoice number on August the 30th. Here is the second invoice. So I just showed you 6,000 so far. We got one more.
Where's Coco? Coco says invoice is a bill, a receipt will be payment. So I agree with you, but in my company, when we send payments, payment verification, it does say invoice at the top. So I kind of give her grace on this one. And also this the receipt she's showing, it does say paid with MasterCard, blah 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 blah. So I'm kind of giving her grace on that one. But I definitely know where you're coming from, because when I did side work for lawyers, they would send out an invoice, which was the unpaid portion, and then when the client paid, they would send that invoice back to them, but it would be stamped.
He's talking slow, but because I have it slowed down, because I hate when people speed up videos. So that's why he sounds like really slow.
Paid.
Oh, please. Okay. And that's going to be the whole 8 grand. Don't tell me that I've got any of this money. I don't have a dime of it. It's all in my attorney's hands.
More lies. Totally not true.
Hold on a minute. Bear with me, guys. Let me open the file again. I mean, it's just absolutely so ridiculous. that I even have to do this, but whatever. You don't believe me. I don't care. I'll show you receipts. What did I, August 5th? Hold on. August 29th. Here we go. Here's the other one. July 23rd. All right, here, let's just do this. Let's just do this. We're going to do this because I want to make sure that y'all can see them all. All right. I'm going to share my entire screen. Let me make sure.
Invisible karma. We were just talking about you. I don't know if her mods gave her $7,000, but that's what they claimed. One of her mods claimed that. And nobody knows why she would use a credit card to pay when she had to go send money. I totally agree with you. Hey, Janessa.
Oh, hey, Jackie. Jackie says her subs are waiting to hear how court went. She will make them wait all day. She doesn't care about her subs, in my opinion. I hope she doesn't do that to them. She might as well just come online, tell the truth, and be done with it.
You have system sound. All right, I'm going to share my entire screen. We're just going to go to my files, okay? So that way y'all can see it all. All right, see this. Invoice number 4. Okay, July the 23rd, 2025. Retainer, you see that? $2,000 at 808. August the 30th, keep up with it, okay? That's $4,000.
Why would her invoices be in a saved file instead of email? Why wouldn't they just be an email? Why don't you show that your lawyer actually sent those from an email? I bet you can't. I bet you wouldn't, and I bet you can't. That's not even a proper download. Because when you open it, that's not in a download file. You did not download those, you uploaded them.
August the 30th at 11:32 a.m. $6,000. August the 29th, 3:31 p.m., right? And then August the 5th, 12:24 p.m., $8,000. You see that? One more time.
Rosebud says, so this has been a complete waste of sub money, court time, and court money. Can we become all of this now? Yeah, this needs to be over and done with.
For good measure. Let's do it again. Okay? Pay attention to the dates. Paid with MasterCard on July 23rd, 2025. There's 2,000, right? There's another 2,000 on August the 30th. That's $4,000. There's another 2,000 on August the 29th. That's $6,000. And then there's another $2,000 on August the 5th. That's $8,000. You see that?
Hey, Brantley.
I just want to know why her receipts are different. She showed completely different receipts last time and didn't change what should have been changed. I do not believe for 1 second that a licensed attorney sent an invoice like that or like the other one. No, sorry. Liar. 100% fucking liar.
Brantley says it seems to not matter at this point because it looks like the lawyer isn't going to be able to do anything nor stop this. Look what happened today. At this point, no.
Brantley, honey, that's because she doesn't have an attorney. Again, you don't believe me? You don't have to. call the attorney's office and ask if he represents her in ongoing litigation. The answer is no. He represented her on some C&Ds. That's it.
Will stop. They want and something bad would happen. Watch. I hope not.
Nobody wants anything bad to happen. I'm so tired of hearing this.
I think this court this court date really kind of added fuel to the fire, unfortunately. And if I can make one suggestion to everybody, if you're not directly involved, just take a 5 steps back and just watch and follow the story. Do not try to help. Do not try to like get involved because it's not going to end well. Because this has gone way too far, and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. That's just based on what's happened today, plus what's happened prior.
And let me come back to y'all. And where are you? Okay. Let me stop sharing my screen for a minute. All right. Did you see that? Yes. The reason that we paid it, there were delays on transfer because I didn't know when I got a Give and Go account that when you request the money out of your account, you have to wait for days. You have to wait for days. Like Give and Go, you request it and then you have to wait like 4 days before the money goes into your.
Hey, Coco says, Jamal, but do your invoice show the payment form? Typically, you would see the last 4 digit credit card and payment invoice time. On my company's invoices, yes, it will. On our invoices, it says the payment and the last 4 digits, and it will also show if.
Wait, what's that? She emailed the attorney asking to show her payment in full, and she shows, I think, a legit invoice for $200. Where is that? I would love to see that. Where is that? Because that I would believe. $200 for 3 C&Ds? That I believe. That's pretty much what I said it was. About 100 or 200. What, can you point me to what video that's on?
The card declined so many times, so it's a detailed invoice. But Brittney, the receipt she showed or invoice, however you want to call they do say pay with MasterCard, but she did redact those out.
Your account. So there's every invoice I have. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I paid $2,000 on 8/5, 7/23, 8/30, and 8/29. Okay. And let me explain this one. Why there was such a delay between 7/23, on August, why there's such a gap between August the 5th and July the 23rd is because um my bank locked my card. Well, they didn't lock my card, but they held the funds because they flagged it. Because the first time I'd sent it, they thought that I was being somebody had my card because I don't make, I never make transactions that big in 2 days. So when I sent that second $2,000, my bank held it and I didn't know about it. I didn't even find out about it until the 5th when I found out that he hadn't received.
Why does it matter if your bank held it if you paid it by credit card? Because you're saying that you paid it by MasterCard. That has nothing to do with your bank. Just saying.
The funds, and I had to call my bank, and that's when they were like, yes, it's right here. We didn't send it. We just held it, right? Like they put it on hold until they could talk to me to see that it was me. So when I talked to them, they immediately released the funds and it went into his account. So that is why yeah, so there's that. What do you mean? So why am I wanting more money? When did I ask for more money? What are you talking about?
Okay, this part's coming up and I don't understand it because she says at one point, I hope I didn't miss it, but she says at one point, UA, I don't see her either. Um, oh, I will not confirm to groupthink. That's Yvette. All right, I didn't know it was Yvette either. So, no, because she said MasterCard. That wouldn't be bank credit, debit card. Yeah, oh, well, is it MasterCard or credit card? Um, it was a alleged copy because it didn't go through, so she had to get another invoice. So that was only if she was showing anything. Like, she says that. Why would she need another invoice? That makes no sense. Who'd you need another invoice for? Accounting? Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I just saw MasterCard. I thought credit card.
Sorry about that. One was an alleged copy because that didn't go through, so she had to get another invoice. So that was only if she was showing anything. It was only for 6,000. So Kim, that 85 invoice, which was marked invoice 206, Brittney said that was supposed to be for 724, but that's the one she said didn't go through. So the 85 replaces 724. But mind you, the 720, what would have been the 724 invoice, which turned into the 85 invoice, was marked as invoice 2006, while the 723 invoice that went through was marked 2007. Sorry, I don't know why I asked zero. So that's where the confusion for me comes in. How is the 85 invoice, which would have been the 724 invoice, marked 206, while the 723 invoice, which was the day before, marked 207? I have a big question about that.
And to add to that, why would a lawyer have, does he have no clients? Why would it be 206 and 207 3 weeks apart? I guess Brittney's his only client.
So it is a total of 8,000.
You're not even, are you keeping up? Are you paying attention? I don't think you're paying attention. I have not been in JS's since March. There's people. Okay. All right. So next, I want to show you because there are lots of lies being made. I can't even believe the lie that I heard. All right. You're absolutely not. I don't think that have you even been around? What do you mean? What's the fundraiser for? Are you keeping up at all? It's for my attorney. So anyway, but I'm gonna focus. I ain't even dealing with the crackerjack person. There's the $8,000 that went to the attorney. Now the thing that they're saying is, your fans are asking for even more. I'm guessing they want your DNA. Do they ever ask you? No, they don't ever ask these people. These people can just take and take and take and never ask never show a receipt for anything. But I show receipts for all of it. Okay, so now the new thing that they're coming at me about is that my mods paid for the whole fund and that I just collected all the money in the Gives and Go and kept it for myself. That is a bold-faced lie. Everything that went to the Gives and Go has went to my attorney.
I call bullshit.
So I'm going to show you the breakdown of that too, because I did a spreadsheet. Give me just a second of who paid what. And I'm not going to give mods names because that doesn't matter. What matters is the money that was collected and where it went. Okay. And yeah, it's crazy. Isn't it crazy how I'm held to a fine tooth comb? How is the first payment was not made on 8/5?
Now, let me add another layer to this. If she really gave her lawyer $8,000 and she's not rich, Don't you think she would be a little more pissed off today? Think about that for a second. If I paid a lawyer all this money and he didn't even represent me in court, didn't know about court, whatever her story is, don't you think she would be just a little more fucking upset? Because I know I would be. I'd be fucking pissed. But she acts like it's no big deal. I'll speak to my attorney tomorrow. After I just lost because I didn't have an attorney there and I was late and whatever her fucking excuses are. And she's not even upset over it. Exactly. You'd be fucking furious. I'd be at the lawyer's office like, what the fuck, dude? Not her. She's calm as can be. No big deal. I'll just talk to him tomorrow.
First payment was made on 7/23. The second payment was made on 8/5. Okay.
So the first payment was made on 7/23, and that has an invoice date of 2/07. The first payment was made on, the second payment was made on 8/5, and that one's got a number of 2/06. Nice try, Brittney. Not everyone is as dumb as your subs. Yes, Invisible Karma, she's lying about an attorney. She paid an attorney $200 fucking dollars for 3 C&Ds, and she pocketed the rest.
The first payment wasn't 8/5. The first payment was 7/23. Then I sent a second payment for 7/24 and it didn't go through. Okay. I thought it did because I wasn't alerted. Then I find out on August the 5th that the payment never went through. And that's when I called my bank and they held the funds and they released them to my attorney when they found out that it wasn't fraud. I don't know what to tell you, Sam. The first payment was on the 23rd of July and the second was on.
Remember, she filed on October 2nd. That's what Cleta said, that all this started on October 2nd. And Cletus was given his papers on the 6th. She called the courthouse on the 7th, and they had court on the 6th and the 13th. Lawyer never showed up for any of them. What kind of short notice is that, Brittney? Tell me how that's short notice. That's not short notice. You're just a fucking liar.
8/5.
Now, it's important to remember that second payment was the payment that should have been made on 7/24. Just remember that.
He doesn't have anything. And what the fuck, man? Y'all go stop speaking. Oh my God, I'm not doing this shit with y'all. Are you over there in everybody else's chat while they're collecting thousands a day? I'm not. Oh, fuck you. Get out of my chat. I'm not dealing with anybody like that that's coming here saying stupid shit like that. I can see you, Crime Watcher. Good to see you. It's crazy to me. Like, you got some real weird shit going on, and y'all over here nitpicking me when I've shared more than anybody. I've been more transparent. Oh my God, it's crazy how transparent I've been, and these people just no. Nope. Mm-mm. What are you talking about, Joshua? I just showed you the money that I just sent to the attorney. It was $8 grand.
But I really want to know, did her attorney, her fake attorney, change invoices? Because again, how the fuck do you have different invoices than you had the first time around? Tell me. How is that even fucking possible? Your attorney just decided to switch invoices?
You have to remember, too, that when the money didn't go through, I had to get my attorney to send another invoice to me so that I could send him the money on August the 5th. So if it does say 1 or 2, then it probably was 1 because I had to get a fresh.
Who did you need this for, Brittney? Accounting? Your attorney did not need to send you some invoice. You could have just fucking paid him. You only need an invoice for accountants. So are you writing this off as a tax deduction? Like, what the fuck?
Invoice to send him the money. It's not that hard to figure out, folks. Do y'all see how they're getting hung up on a technicality? The fact still remains that I sent $8,000 to my attorney. I don't understand what your argument is.
Yeah, I can.
All right, everyone.
All right, let me pull that one up. Hold on. While I'm pulling it up, hey Tony, while I'm pulling it up, don't forget, hit that thumbs up. Super chats are welcome. And let me find this other one. If any of my mods have one handy, let me know. Oh. Oh. I'm looking. The Brittney's original receipts. Why can't I find a video? Alright, let me look through my own videos. Crime reels. Let's see.
Review. Subs come.
That's all I know is
Everybody already knew about.
Crime reels, I was counting on you.
Spin Scotty. So she really feels like she's gonna go weird.
Was messing.
Alright, crime reels. Videos. Trying to email it. This might be it.
They are sour. Oh, thank you. Well, here. Clarification from you that I have indeed paid the sum of $8, right? And then he says right here, rent your ears.
All right, so I haven't seen this. Here she's showing an email.
Rancher Harris, let me show. Look, rancherharris.com, and Caroline is paralegal, specifically said you absolutely have completed that payment. So if I have not sent him $8,000, Mr. Harris would say, and Caroline is taking the time to respond to this email, and I look forward to speaking with you in our next meeting. Thank you for your time and consideration, Brittney Jackson. Rancher Harris, 2025. You absolutely have completed that payment. I hope your day is clear. Shit. I'm going to show this, and then I'm going to show where I was sending the invoice in my email from Rancher. Yeah, there's absolutely not a mole. I don't know what they're saying. There's a mole, shit, because they want people to side-eye each other. But here's the problem with all of that. If there was a mole, they would know what we're doing. They wouldn't be losing their shit the whole time. So here you go. You see, allegedly with Brittney J, right? Clarification. Hello, Mr. Harris. I hope your day is going well so far. I'm reaching out simply to request clarification from you that I have indeed paid the sum of $8,000, right? And then he says right here, Rancher Harris, you absolutely have completed that payment. Do you see that? On October the 6th, 2025, you absolutely have completed that payment. I hope your day is going, I'm going to show you what I said to him. Hope your day is going well so far. I'm reaching out simply to request clarification from you that I have indeed paid the sum of $8,000 to you for your services. I appreciate you taking the time to respond to this email, and I look forward to speaking with you in our next meeting. Thank you for your time and consideration, Brittney Jackson. Rancher Harris, let me show. Look, rancherharris.com, and Caroline is paralegal, specifically said you absolutely have completed that payment. So if I have not sent him $8,000, Mr. Harris would say, well, no, you only sent me two. Or, well, no, you only sent me one. That is directly from my attorney. Oh my God, you cannot make this shit up. Sent from an iPhone. Right, that they don't deserve. It's crazy.
Now, I don't know if Crama Reels altered that at all, but that's not what Gmail looks like. Just saying. No, this doesn't show that real receipt, though. Okay. Yeah, it does actually.
Hold on, that's a $200 bill I had to pay him. Give me a second. But you know what? Fuck that.
Interesting, though. You received a new invoice. But I want you guys to take notice of something. Notice this looks like a real Gmail. Here, I'll make it bigger. Oh. Okay. That looks like a real Gmail.
Because people, they gave that bullshit that Kelsey made stuff up for me. Look, bill for Rancher Harris Law, total $2,000 due. Well, oh, damn, hold on. That's a $200 bill I had to pay him. Give me a second. But you know what? Fuck that. This is something else I had to pay to him. It still proves the same thing. Look, I had to pay him $200 for another bill. I had to pay him $200 for a service. And look, bill for Rancher Harris Law, $200 on September the 17th. Look, same invoice. There's where he sent it. YouTube. Let me see.
Oh, you guys didn't hear me. Sorry. It's black on top, black on the bottom. Center for, I don't know what that says. But this, I believe, is a real Gmail account. But notice the difference from what she shows here. Why are you cutting off? Why are you cutting it off? Yeah, this isn't what she originally showed. But it's still black. But hold on. Oh, I forgot to get the date. Hold on. So this is on, you can't see. Oh, wait. I can't make it bigger. It's definitely August something. All right. Now let's go to Jamal's video. Oh, you're so fucking busted, Brittney. So busted. That's the one she shows. Now let's do a side-by-side of a real one.
Bill for Rancher Harris Log.
Come on, pull it up. Damn. I had to pause it right on time. All right, you see that? Keep notice of the top of that. Just keep notice of that. And that's hers. That's a completely different fucking invoice. Completely different. Nice try, Brittney. Nice fucking try, but you're busted, bitch. Totally busted. That's your real invoice. Still looks like shit and still calls him customer. But I believe that's all she ever paid him. I think everything else is fabricated because that's not what his invoice looks like. That's what his invoice looks like. Brittney, you're not even good at fucking faking it. And this is totally different than her original fucking invoices. Totally different. Isn't that crazy? Totally different. Nice try, Brittney. So you're going to tell me that he sent you a different invoice? You didn't even add in everything that's in here. Fake. If you're going to make a fake, at least make it identical. But you can't even do that. Unfucking believable. Busted, Brittney. You are absolutely busted. That is a completely different fucking looking invoice. But again, that's not even what I was looking for. Because her other invoices were completely fucking different. So let me go to my videos and see if I can find it. And I'll show you what she originally showed. Hopefully I have it marked right. Alright. That was before that. No, I don't have it marked. Yeah, she paid $200. That's it. Alright, I don't have it marked. Let me see. Karma Reels. No, it's not on there. How long ago was the original receipts? Wasn't it like a couple of weeks ago? That's Betty. Alright. Now I'm on Brittney's stream. No, it's not on there either. Oh, I don't think 200 was a mistake. I think 200 was exactly what she paid for those C&Ds. What was Brittney's? Alright, it was before the C&Ds were sent. So maybe I'm just not looking down far enough. CPS and parenting receipts? No. CPS night. Why does nobody have this? Oh yeah, that's what I think she only showed. Oh, she showed it by mistake. But what I'm looking for is when she showed the original, the first time, maybe this is it. What was the name of the video when the first time she showed the receipts? Laura's in her own world, a movie trying to understand the appeal of what BeeJ could offer as a friend. Oh. No, but what was the video where she actually showed the receipts for the first time? That's what I'm looking for. That's what I have it. That's what I'm saying. I have it too. I just don't know what video. BeeJ dump denials and no, that's not it. Six Up has it. She does. No, but I'm looking on other channels. All right, Six Up is live. Was it live or on a video? All right, so it was live. Oh. Holograph. Nah, I don't see it. And I'm back 3 months. I don't think it's on here. Oh. Oh, wait. Is that it? Maybe I'm wrong. She's showing. Now she's showing one that looks just like that. But I'm telling you, there was a different one. the names were like on the side on top. I'm not crazy. I so remember it. Like his logo and stuff was like on the side. I know I'm not crazy. I'm telling you, I remember it distinctly. But this showing the same receipt, but I could have sworn the thing was on the side. His name was on the side. No. Does anyone remember the name of her video when she had the receipts? No, it wasn't 3 months ago. I guess it was on her main channel. I guess she deleted it. Because I don't see it. No, I don't see it. Yeah, but six up, hers doesn't show the very top. I know I have it too, but it's a matter of what video. Oh. I'm looking through Jay's. Oh. You said it was 2 months ago? I don't know. I can't find it. A month ago? I don't know. Nobody's got it listed. All right. So you said it was a month ago? Oh, hold on. All right. It was before the accountability stream. I don't know. I tried BJ's backup channel. It's not there either. I don't know. Someone's got to help me because I can't find it anywhere. All right. So that's Queen Bee. Yeah, but Harley alters hers. Is Brittney nodding out? Right? No. Okay, it's not that one. Yes, the earlier invoices is what I'm looking for. Earthy? I don't even know Earthy's channel. Well, I went to 6ups. That doesn't show, though, the whole thing. Yeah, I saw that, but it doesn't show the whole thing. Oh. I'm in Discord. Oh. No. Not under receipt. I'm at a loss because I know I have it. I don't know. I guess I can't find it. Oh. What's Earth's channel? Let me try Cram It. Maybe they have it. Uh, 2 weeks. All right, here's a month. Larry's got a gun. Send the paperwork. What was that? Snoozy Poo grifting. I can't believe nobody's got a video. Oh, good call, Amber. I just can't believe nobody's got a video. It says Brittney receipts. You might be right. Brandywine might be the savior. All right. Brandywine. Because you know what? I bet she does have it. Oh. Alright, so it was September. God, she posts a lot. That's Brittany's house? Gross.